Daniel is so annoying in the morning. He gets frustrated over the smallest things and he gets an attitude and it really gets under my skin. He's like, things aren't gonna fit in the car. You have too much stuff. I have too much stuff. And I know he's joking, but in a way it's a little bit serious because he's frustrated.
Any guesses where we are?
My hair is still wet.
Oh, it does look wet at the moment. I didn't realize that before.
I don't use dryers.
Never?
No.
That's why.
It takes too long. Okay guys, we're back at the bins. Last day here. We're on our way home after this. Daniel thinks he can buy more stuff even though the car's packed.
I don't know. I see a window in the back, so I'm thinking that's a possibility. Look at all the Lego in that guy's car. What the hell?
So yesterday I apologized. I was just way too exhausted to film anything. We wanted to do we did Daniel's haul, but we wanted to do Mary's haul. We wanted to do another video, but we did live stream, so that was good.
You're still gonna get those videos though.
Yeah, but it was to be honest, I overestimated the amount of time and the energy I had.
For the first 2 days that you're here, I mean, that's all we are here for, is you use the most energy, and it's just a lot for us to figure out.
It's so hard to vlog and find stuff, especially when you're at the bins competing with people. You need to be fast. Your hands need to be free. I can't be golding something and digging with one hand.
They're really sensitive about the cameras at the bins though, too. There's that.
Yes.
So I mean, we can't, you gotta be careful who we point a camera towards and everything.
Yeah. Again, I didn't sleep at all yesterday. I tossed and turned, even though I took a sleeping pill. It's weird because I was exhausted and I wanted to sleep, but then I couldn't sleep. So, guess that's how it works.
I hate everyone that kicks the rocks up on the sidewalk.
So today's agenda is Goodwill bins for about 2 hours, maybe 3, depends. We might go to Patagonia to do a thing for.
We should have the jacket in my haul, I think. But yeah, we got a puffer jacket.
We might do a store credit if they allow that, and then we're gonna just hit up One Savers in St. Cloud, and then skedaddle home. So that's the agenda for today. I'll try and vlog as much as I can, and yeah. Thank you to everybody who joined the live yesterday. We said we had an announcement. Basically, what the announcement was that to anybody who contributed to our Minneapolis fund, we want to do a giveaway for you guys. There's about 15 of you that entered. Want to make
good
the
ratio.
Yeah. So the chances of winning is high. So but I wanted to make it we thrifted something that I think I want it to be the prize because it's a luxury item. No, I'm not trying to disinclude anybody else. We just feel that
it's a thank you.
Yeah, it's a thank you, basically a thank you back. And I still do need to do a member giveaway as well. I promised it around my birthday, but things have just been hectic. But I'll still get on that. But yeah, so that was the announcement yesterday. That and I didn't want to make anybody feel bad. That's why I didn't say it on the live. So yeah.
There'll be more giveaways in the future too.
What the hell are you giving away?
My body.
I was just gonna say that. I was literally just gonna say that. Stop thinking like me. Stop being in my head.
Everyone's gonna be putting in the M.
A draw.
Join the membership. No.
So yeah, we're just waiting for half an hour. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of tired this morning.
You've been tired this whole trip?
I have. I'm old, Daniel. I'm an old woman now.
You gotta grind. We gotta train you to get better at a full long drive.
I mean, it has been 2 years since I've been to the bins. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did fucking hella good yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I did hella good. I hustled my ass off. But around the 3-hour mark, my back was starting to hurt and I just became a little bitchy.
My back is starting to hurt. That's the oldest thing you could say, I think. Except mine hurts all the time, so I guess I'm old too. That's funny.
I started becoming bitchy around the 3-hour mark. So yeah, anyway, we'll check in with you guys in a bit. Hopefully there's more footage.
Did I tell them about the camera story that you're so mad about and it ended up?
Oh, Daniel, okay, so Daniel found a really amazing Canon camera in box.
In
a great color. In the bins. $2.
Yeah,
he gave it to me
US.
because I'm a camera girl and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. So I fucking was like playing with it in the car, and
when I was in Costco.
When he was inside of Costco, and it broke in my hand, like it fell apart. And I was like, what the flying motherfucking bitch cunt fuck. And I was so mad. And I couldn't turn it on because the battery was dead. So Daniel comes back to the car and he just automatically notices I'm just a bitchy cunt.
I was like, what's wrong with you?
Like, nothing's wrong. Everything is fine. And then I told him like the camera was broken, and I literally the whole next 2 hours I was like,
just toxic.
But then when I went to the hotel room and charged it, it actually works. It's just like a cosmetic thing about the lens. So if I can repair it, I will.
Which can be fixed.
Yeah,
it can be fixed.
Hopefully. But if it can't, it's still actually a functional camera. So
I mean, you could use it.
Exactly, and a really amazing color. So
it's a good one.
That's a $300 camera that Daniel found in a box, and I paid $2 for.
It like rolled out of somebody's like arms, like not arms, but like they were like digging through things, throwing things in the air, and I just saw it like roll down their body.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant.
And then
like,
I went and I dived in, and I grabbed it.
That's so cool. So they're like this, and it just.
I saw a blue box. I didn't even see that. I just, for some reason, I just knew it was a camera. So I went and I dived over there and I pushed this thing out of the way, and I'm like, yeah, it was. I'm like, oh my god.
And Daniel's like, I found something for you, but I don't know if I want to give it to you. It's so good. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want no shit.
I was gonna be like, okay.
Shows me the box. I'm like, my jaw drops.
It was nice and blue, so cool.
That was a really cool experience. Wish we got it on camera. There's things like that.
See, like these are the kind of things but I wouldn't have got that if I had that on camera, because there's no way I could have did both those things.
True. Someone else would have scooped out. And we were paying like this like Asian couple, they're like younger Gen Zs behind me, like we're literally like gassing over the camera. Anyway, that's it for now.
That is it.
Bye, guys.
Came out with like vintage sweatshirts and stuff, and then like everyone's bugging me for this like jacket. Must be something special.
Nice. Daniel's having another good day at the bins. Cool.
Every day is a good day at the bins. If you come to the bins and you can't find something, you sort of there's something wrong with you. Truly. You know? This is a sick sweatshirt.
Nice.
I got another military bag. These can all probably be weighed in the cart. These ones, right?
Yeah.
They're all light enough. I'm gonna ask you if this is light. Oh, look at this. This is my favorite piece.
Hey, that's my sunglasses. Yeah. That's weird.
I asked the kid, I'm like, it's luxury, right? He's like, no, it's more of like a streetwear brand. I'm like, is it though?
Well, it's technically a sunglasses brand. Cool.
The neck was chocolate. Oh my god, there was so much stuff during that rotation actually. And then there's this. Do you think this weighs 5 pounds?
No, maybe
so
3.
Put this in the cart?
Yeah. I'd say 3.
Yeah, but isn't it cheaper to do that? It's only
$5
US.
Yeah.
So I'm better off doing this one separate. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's separate.
And this bag probably?
How much is that?
Oh no, that's maybe like 2 pounds. Less than $5.
Okay, this one for sure. Okay, I gotta go through that then. This one's fine, this one's fine. This is fine. The only other one I could think that might be heavy is this. That for sure.
Yeah, about 4.
So 5, I'll do.
Before we start this portion of the video, I want to thank everybody who contributed to Daniel and I's Minneapolis Fund. We are so grateful and so appreciative, and we wouldn't have been able to do this trip without you guys. And I am very, very thankful, and I just want to give you all a hug because it shows that you guys are supportive and generous and thoughtful and caring, you know. But these are all the people who had contributed: Janet, Tamara, Trish, Christopher, Crystal, Colleen, Erica, Elevate Your Blanks, Mikey Rogers, and Rosalind, and last but not least, Carol. Carol contributed twice. So thank you, Carol. I really, really appreciate it. I think the last day she's like, breakfast on me. And it was really exciting to like be in Minneapolis and just get a notification on my phone and be like, so-and-so sent you money to your PayPal. Like, oh, and I'll be like, Daniel, look, they sent us through our PayPal. I remember we were driving in, I think we were just outside of Minneapolis, and then I saw Elevate Your Blank's notification. I was like, oh, that was so sweet of them. And I think I saw Mikey Rogers the next day. I was like, oh, Mikey, he's always so generous. He's always been. But thank you guys so much. I am going to do a giveaway for you guys because you deserve it. I thrifted something at the, was it the Apple Valley or was it I can't remember. It was one of the savers. I think it's authentic from experience. So I want, and it's a luxury item. So I want to gift that, do a giveaway to one of you guys. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of you that contributed to our Minneapolis fund, and you guys helped us profusely. What you gave, and it's something that Daniel and I want to give back to the people who graciously gave us some support during this trip. And I think you guys are going to love it. I kind of love it. And it'll be in a future video, probably sometime this week. I will do it in like one of the thrift videos. But I have all your names and the number of you guys, 11. I'll do kind of like probably I'll assign you each a number, and then we'll just do like a random.org pick or whatever. But the chances of winning are high because there's only 11 of you guys. So, and I'll show the item later, but it is a luxury item. It's a smaller item, but it's a luxury item. I had this like plan of mentioning your guys' name every time we eat, but literally it was just so, our trip was very unorganized. We didn't expect it was going to be so tiring and so quick, even though I knew it was going to be quick, but just I didn't expect to be tired a lot. I didn't expect to work as hard. I didn't expect time to go so quickly. I didn't expect things not to go smoothly, and there's a lot of things that didn't go smoothly, like the weather, the timing, the circumstances, my body, I didn't even get to go to a few places that I wanted to go to. Like I wanted to go to Old Navy. Never got my tank tops because we just didn't have the time. Any Old Navy that was close to us wasn't, and by the Old Navy at the outlet mall was on the way out, but by that time I was just too tired to even care about tank tops. So I didn't go to Old Navy. I didn't go to Bath and Body Works. There was a scent that I wanted that was only available in the States, but not in Canada. So I didn't get that. I didn't get anything from the cosmetic company outlet that I wanted. I wanted like a Tom Ford lippy. Didn't get that. So there's a lot of things like I didn't end up doing based on like just being tired and just being like just not caring by the end because my comfortability is more important than trying to get those items. But I do regret the Old Navy thing because I want tank tops and to feel comfortable in tank tops, but whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, so I really wanted to be like, hey guys, we're at Sonic's, thank you Janet, or thank you Crystal, but it just was hard. It was hard. But thank you. I cannot thank you enough. And yeah, so let's get on with the video. Good morning, guys. It's Msfili. What's up? I hope you are doing well. We are back from Minneapolis. It was just a very quick trip. It was pretty much Wednesday morning, early morning, like dusk, until Friday 8 p.m. I believe is when we got back into town. Last clip ended with us at the Bff's. I believe I left Daniel there for like an hour and a half while I was in the car, and I was just kind of like over it because I didn't get sleep again, and I was just kind of like groggy. I was tossing and turning. I tried going to sleep at like 11 p.m. and I just by like 5:30 I was still like not getting a full night's sleep. I was tossing and turning. I wake up like every 20 minutes. I probably got 20 minutes sleep here, 10 minutes there, but nothing like that was continuous. So that just made me kind of annoyed because I'm like, we have to drive like 6.5 hours, 7 hours back to Winnipeg, and I haven't slept at all. So that kind of like put a damper on my like day. And then so I left him there, and I was just in the car for an hour and a half, like editing videos. So he gets back in the car, and then we go to get McDonald's to eat. I just had like an egg biscuit and a hash brown. And then Daniel had like a egg McMuffin with hash browns. And then after that, we went to, where did we go after that? Okay, after that, I drove to what was it called? St. Cloud. So it was an hour drive to St. Cloud. Went there, and they changed the whole store. Like, they used to have a vintage section. They don't have a vintage section anymore. And there was like really nothing there. Daniel was very disappointed. I was kind of disappointed because last time we went there 2 years ago, we found like great things. So we leave St. Cloud, and then we go and drive to, Daniel drives to Fargo, North Dakota. So in Fargo, we go to Target because he needed to grab some stuff for his girlfriend and her mother. And then we went to go eat at Space Aliens. And at Space Aliens, everything is meat. So, and I know Daniel really wanted to go there. He was happy. But I just had fries. I didn't want anything cheesy because they had a lot of cheese stuff. And I didn't want it to upset my stomach because I'm a little bit lactose. So after that, we go to Grand Forks. And then we stop at another Target that he needed to grab some stuff. And then after that, we Grand Forks, we just headed to the border and got in very smoothly, and then back to Winnipeg by 8 p.m. So yeah, that was our day. It was a long day. It was a very long day. I got back to my apartment like at around 8, and I just went to bed by like 10 and slept the whole night. So yeah, that morning was a little bit annoying. I don't know, you saw the first clip. I was just kind of annoyed with Daniel because like when Daniel gets into like crises, he just gets very annoyed at everything and everyone. And he's a kind where like, it's like the end of the world. Like everything is the end of the world. And for me, I'm the type of person where if there's a problem, I think of what to do to solve it, because there's always a way to solve a problem. I don't really get it too emotional over problems usually, like small problems. But that's the thing. Daniel gets very emotional and very, heightened senses with small problems. Like the whole like packing the car and bringing a lot of things down. It has to be done. It has to be done. We can figure it out. If it doesn't fit, we don't, it was just, and plus, we pretty much see each other all the time. So we're going to be snippy with each other during some points, but that got kind of like annoyed me. But during driving, like he was good driving, and he was always very considerate. He was always like, are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need to stop somewhere? Are you okay? So he's a very kind person. And there was a time where I got bitchy at the bins because, I got bitchy at the bins because number one, and this was like, I think the second day that we were there. Number one, I already had been there for 3 hours working my ass off. And not only was I working my ass off, I was finding a lot of good shit for him, because it's not stuff that I would want for myself, but I know it's stuff that he would want for himself. And so then like 3 hours goes by, and I tell him like I'm kind of like done, and then he'll say something like, what? We should stay longer. Stop being lazy. Even though I know he's joking, because I say that to him too. I'm like, stop being lazy. But the fact that I'm already like super tired, my back is hurting. I got you a lot of stuff, good stuff, and then to say that I'm lazy, even though I know he's joking, it was just not the right time. And I was just like, like, it just made me feel like, okay, ungrateful, even though he's not. He was very, very grateful. Let's get that out of the way. It's just the timing of saying that when I am like so tired and I worked my ass off and I gave a lot of stuff to you. You know what I mean? So it's just things like that. And I get that things like that happen because we're already freaking spending like, 50 hours together. We're both tired because we're not sleeping. We're both driving so long. I'm probably not eating, so it's a lot of factors into that. But I mean, the good thing is that we never let that escalate, is what I mean. We never let it escalate because when I start getting bitchy about that, he starts getting apologetic. Or when I start getting bitchy, I realize I am, so I try to like tone down because I don't want to be bitchy toward my friend, you know? So, and plus I communicated that with him too. I was like, yeah, sorry. And I felt bad for being bitchy because, you know, I know he's joking and I know that we're here to work. But it's just when I get in a space where I'm feeling just overwhelmed and like my back's hurting, I'm tired, I haven't eaten, then, you know, it starts to affect my mood, obviously. And if someone isn't acknowledging that when I'm telling them, it makes me a little bit upset, you know. Anyway, other than that, it was a good trip. I think I think we got into a little bit of not like a tiff, but the bins on the second day in the morning, that was one. And then the last day when we were like loading the car, that was two. So, but the last one wasn't really anything because it was just me. It was, you know, anyway. Okay, that out of the way, this is the stuff that we got thrifting. So if you don't include Mary's amazing stuff that she gave us, this is what I would have come home with, point blank, all this stuff. And I feel like it's very, very minimal. But I mean, it was only 2 days, so I get it. But I feel like because I've kind of branched out and started buying a lot of more other things, I would have gotten more things. Regardless, yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so this is one thing that we got at Savers. I think this was at the Columbia Heights location. I think so. So this is a GHD hair straightener. These are super expensive. They sell them at Sephora for like $200, I think. But sometimes you can get them used at a really good price. I feel like I can sell this for, I'd say $30. And we paid $11 minus 20% minus $2, I think. So that's one thing that we got. This week I got at the Bff's. It's a Christian Dior The Suit in a size 8. It's really pretty, but there are some condition issues. Like there's this right here. I don't know what that, it looks like a cigarette burn, but I don't know. And I think there was another place that had it. Where else had it? So I was just thinking, I don't know if I should just like keep it and like distress it when I can fit it, because it's a size 8, so it's a really good size. But it's just on the collar there. I think there was another place, but I can't see it right now. Christian Dior blazer. I only got this because it was cheap. It was $8 less $2 off. So it's like this big kind of mini Coach wristlet. How much was it? Where did we drive for this one? It says it's from Inver Grove Heights in Inner Grove Heights, Minnesota. We paid like $6.48 USD for this. This Patagonia was a little bit expensive. It was $25 American, but it is a really good style and pretty good condition. I thought it said Patagonia on the front. I guess it doesn't. I thought it did on the front. But it's like a puffer. It's like a puffer longer parka jacket with feathers. Yeah, $25 for this. So this was a super cool bins find. It was in the bin with all the toys. It's where I found the Pokemon cards for Daniel. But it is this Ken vintage. I don't even know what year this is. Imported from Japan. Barbie's Boyfriend by Mattel. Is it dated? Oh, 1961. Okay. So that's kind of cool. It has like the sides, and it is actually inside with his gun and his felt suit. That's kind of cool. This is like super good quality, guys. I found a boyfriend at the Bff's. I kind of just quickly Googled it, and I know it goes for like 100 something, but was kind of cool. 1961 vintage Barbie. Cool, Ken. And then we found this Chi for $7. It's digital. $2 off of that. So we'll sell this for like $25, $30. And then, okay, this one was super overpriced. I think they wanted like $70 for it or something like that. But they were having a 25% off sale off everything. That's what I love about the US Savers, is that they have like 40% off Senior Tuesdays. They have a military discount on like a Monday or something like that. On Thursdays, I believe they have, was it Thursday or Friday? Whereas 25% everything in the, no, I think it was Thursday. 25% off anything in the store. So like that kind of helped. And plus I use yeah. So I don't know, they just have amazing discounts at Savers in the States. But this was priced kind of high. I think it was $70. It's a Nikon Coolpix S5200. I did uppay for it because of the color and because it has Wi-Fi. Now I couldn't test it because there was no battery, so that kind of sucked, and no charger. Well, there's a charger, but it's missing like a part, so I do have to invest in like a charger and another battery because I just took the battery off of my other Nikon. But I uppaid for it because it is 16 megapixels and it has Wi-Fi. So usually when a camera has Wi-Fi, it can garner into the 200s. This is probably a $300 camera. It will sit for a while though, but because of the color and the Wi-Fi, I can probably get $250 to $300 for it. So I paid like, I don't know, I think it ended up being like 80 Canadian, and then after the discount, and then I would have to pay like $25 for a charger and 2 batteries. So I'm probably invested into this $105, and then if we sell it for $250 to $300, then we'll make like over $150 on it. Like I'd rather it be cheaper, but that's, I guess they price cameras very high now everywhere because everybody wants them and everybody is, you know, showing them off. And then we got this Fossil. I forgot where we got this one from, but I know it was super cheap. I think it was like $8 or something. Is this a leather or is it not leather? I feel like it's not leather. Oh, it was $7. There we go. $7 and $2 off. Yeah, this is a kind of Fossil where it's like the man-made material and not leather. It's like vegan leather. So I don't really like those ones, even though I'm trying to be vegan. But I feel like it just garners like a smaller price. Okay. This I picked up for a friend, Rhubarb Vintage. It's dated and it's made in USA. I actually sent her a picture of something else and this was beside it. And she's like, I don't want that, but I want the other thing. So we paid like $3 for this, American. This Coach bag was from the bins. I think for this and this one we paid like, I can't remember, $6, I want to say, or 11, somewhere around there. It's very inexpensive. So there's this Coach, very cute. I love the color. It's like a purple magenta color. Adjustable strap to be crossbody, perforated with the C's, and clean interior from 2012. So bins fine here. The funny thing is when I got this right at opening. So when the bins opened, everybody runs in, everybody, hey, this is how it goes. The hype kids and the hype guys run toward the clothing, which is probably the middle aisles. So the middle aisles, all the hype kids, that's where Daniel goes. The African immigrants, and I know they're African because they were talking and they said they were from Nigeria. So the African immigrants and the Hispanic immigrants, they run for the shoes. The Chinese people that I saw and a few white people, older white people, ran to the books, and the kind of like moms and stuff run to the hard goods section. The way I work is this is a layout of the bins in Brooklyn Park. It's shoes on the side of the wall and purses, and then the books in the corner of the back wall, and then it becomes bags and luggage and shoes again, and then hard goods on the side and the second aisle from the side, the furthest right side of the aisle. Then it's like hard goods again, and then the middle aisles will be the clothing. So what I do is I run to the side, I go on the side, I check, go to the back of the wall, and then to the end to the hard goods. That's what I did.
Daniel's.
So when I went to the first aisle, there's already people there because we're always like 6th to 8th behind. But they weren't grabbing the bags, and these 2 bags were there, and these were like the good bags, you know. So I don't know why they weren't grabbing them. I think they were more focused on shoes. So if you're focused on shoes, you're not going to grab bags. But there is a man there that he does bags. I think when I was looking at his cart the first day that we were there, he had like a bunch of like Coach, and he was like showing it to someone on his phone. Anyway, this was a good find. And then this Dooney and Burke, a really good find too. I was excited because like sometimes I don't find any bags at the bins, and it gets a little demotivating, but yeah, I like this one. This is a really good one. And this one we found at Savers that Daniel found for me. It's like a Y2K little green bag. It's super cute. It was $16. I used 20% off and a $2 off for this. From factory outlet from 2010. So super cuteness. So this bag, when I felt it, I felt it was quality, and just by feeling it, I've never heard of the brand before. It was $17, 20% off. Oh no, this was 25% off because it was a sale day, but it is in such great condition. All leather, but designed in Los Angeles. Very nice interior. So it's a brand called Allen, and when I looked at their website, their bags are like $250, $300, $500, and it is like a great crossbody bag. So has that I like the little like loopy loop detail. Reminds me of like I don't know, maybe Loewe, maybe Hermes, but it's in such good condition, guys. And the fact that it's so expensive on their website, I had to pick it up and resell it. But such a nice, beautiful taupe kind of color, great shape. It was a non-brainer, but quickly Googled it and saw that the bags were expensive, so I picked it up. And it's in fantastic condition, like almost no wear on it, no corner wear, no stains or anything. So really, really nice bag. Reminds me of like Polen or Senrev, you know? So I did thrift another item that was kind of super expensive, but I think it's the thing that I want to give away to the people who had donated to our fund for Minneapolis. So I might put that aside for now and save that for you guys when I do a video. But the last thing that we got, and there's a story behind this. So this was at the bins, and we weren't even supposed to go to those bins. Daniel just wanted to stop by, and I kind of wasn't feeling it because I like familiarity. And I don't, and I remember there, the times that we went there, I didn't really find anything at those bins. So I was kind of like, oh, fine. But we did go, and Daniel found this. So the story with this is, there is this guy in a bin. They had just brought out a cart, and he was like going through it like this. So when he went like this to the stuff, this flung into the air and plopped in the middle, and Daniel saw it, and he's like, he recognized a box, so he ran toward it because I guess he has really good peripheral vision, and he snagged it before anybody else did. Now, he was like, I don't know if I want to give this to you, but I have to because you gave me the shirt. And the story with that is, on the second day at the bins that we normally go to in Brooklyn Park, I had spotted, and it's weird that I even found it because I had, like, the bins had been rolled out at least 10 minutes ago. And I started at one side, because like when they roll out bins, you're all lined up. So there's going to be one row. Everybody's lined up in that row, and you're all digging once it comes out, right? So I was on this side. So I had to work my way around, all the way around to the other side. And what the thing is, I look through everything, right? So I'm not just walking, I'm looking through things. It took me maybe like 5 minutes from my side to go to the other side. So the bins had been out for at least 10 minutes or 8 minutes. And nobody spotted this shirt at all. It was just there. I grabbed it because I looked at it. There was a graphic on the front. Then I looked at the tag. The tag looked old, so I just grabbed it. And I just passed it to Guy. I'm like, here, I feel like this is something. And then when he's like, oh my God, Ashley, this is like a freaking Holy Grail shirt. It's like some sort of vintage 2004, 2003 skateboarding shirt. And it could be worth anywhere between at least a minimum $200, but it could be worth as much as $900. And a lot of the guys that had seen him carrying it were wanting to buy it from him. And yeah, so I pretty much pulled him a really amazing, very expensive shirt, aside from all the other stuff that I got him. So he's like, because you got me this shirt, I'm gonna give you this. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm almost saying accept it, but you know what? I'm the type of person that always gives to people. And I feel like when this incident happened where he's like, I don't know if I want to give it to you, I almost put him in front. I was like, well, I already got him like a lot of good stuff that he could resell. I haven't gotten a camera yet, because at this point I haven't gotten any cameras yet. So I was like, okay, I'll accept it, because sometimes when people offer, even though I give a lot to people, when they offer me things, I feel like I shouldn't take them. I think that's something with my psyche where I feel like I'm not worthy, or I'm not good enough, or I want to please other people, which I should really stop doing that. I should stop pleasing myself first, or putting myself first, because no one's going to put me above anybody else, you know? So I have to put myself above anybody else. Anyway, so I accepted it. And then I was so excited. Paid for it, $2. $2, right. $2 for this camera. This is a $300 camera. But when I opened it, it looked all fine. It was all fine. When I went like this, pieces fell out. And now that's what it looks like. So I do have the pieces for it. I'm going to try and get it repaired, because even if it's $100 repair, it's still worth it, because I paid so little for it. But it also still works. So it's still a functioning camera. It's just cosmetically, the lens has the cover of the lens has come off. So it is still working. I could sell it for parts, or sell it as is like this. Yeah, so I love the color of it, like that striking blue color. So it is a functional camera. It's just the pieces need to be reattached to it. Came with the charger too. But when I saw the pieces, I was like, oh, it's broken. And I know that I could still resell it for parts, but I was just kind of like, again, bitchy the day. A little bit bitchy, but I was also kind of like joking bitchy, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't have the right timing for jokes with Daniel. But when I got back to the hotel, I charged it and it was working. So that made me feel a hell of a lot better. So yeah, so I think tomorrow I'm going to stop by the camera repair store and see if they can repair that. I think it's worth it, because it is a really good camera. And that is what we got from thrifting, which I feel like is a pretty decent haul for 2.5 days. So, but Mary's stuff really made it worth even more. So, but this, I don't think even like all this would cover like the trips, like the trip cost, if it wasn't for people contributing to the fund, because oh, maybe it will. I think the camera would, for sure. That will take up a chunk, and that camera. So maybe, yeah, it would have. But, you know, we're in the business of making money and reselling, so we want to cover the trip, plus, you know, make money in order to make the trip profitable, because, you know, and I managed to pump out, I think, 4 or 5 videos from the trip, so that's also really good. But like, we earn maybe about ballpark $20 average per video that we upload. So every time we upload a video, it's usually $20, and I share half of that with Daniel, so I'm only making like $10 of it. So if we pump out like 4 or 5 videos at $20 each, that's $100. I'm getting 50, he's getting 50. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video, our vlogs in Minneapolis, and all the stuff, the stories and the excitement and the adventures, because there's a lot of things that were, there's a lot of things too that were kind of iffy about the trip. Like when we left at 2:30 in the morning, I can't drive in the dark. Daniel had a little bit of a hard time driving in the dark. Not really, but you know, it's still kind of worrisome. And then we got stopped by a trucker at like, I think 4 in the morning, because we were stuck at a train. He's like, did you guys see the deer that I hit over there? I'm like, there was a deer that you hit? Apparently he hit a deer, and that's why we were wondering why this truck had his 4-ways on. So that's a big thing. Like, we're in a car, like, and we're driving in the dark. So if we hit a deer, we're kind of like fucked. So that was one thing that I was worried about, the dark and the deers in the morning. Again, not getting much sleep the first day, not getting a lot of sleep the second day. And then the storm that we did not predict would, or expect would happen. I believe it started happening the second, was it the second day that we were there or the first day? I think it was the first day that we were there, it started storming like crazy. And then the second day that we were there, it was still raining like crazy. So we didn't expect that weather as well. So there's a lot of things that were like hindrances in, you know, having an enjoyable trip. I mean, I kind of like rain and shit, but not when it's like ruining like your inventory or affecting your driving, because trying to drive like 120 kilometers an hour, which is like, I don't know, 80 miles per hour on like the freeway in the rain is scary to me. Like, you could astro glide or astro project, whatever the hell the word is. So it was like a lot of things that were like, ugh. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're doing well. I hope my Canadians are having a great long weekend. And yeah, we are back to regular scheduled programming with thrifting and reselling and vlogging. And I hope you continue this amazing journey with me. And I would love to continue this amazing journey with you guys. I love you. Bye.